must have the precious. They stole it from us. Sneaky little hobbitses.
I think one of the biggest challenges with the Two Towers is bringing the character of Gollum to life.
Action!
Gollum is groundbreaking because he's not only CGI, but he actually is a performance-based character. He's not comic relief. He's not sort of an antic. He really is a major dramatic character.
So we cast this wonderful British actor called Andy Serkis very early on. He was very much in control of the character, and I don't think that's ever been done on a film before.
Wicked, crazy, fierce. No, master. Yes, precious, fierce.
He has a schizophrenic kind of personality. The Gollum side and Smeagol. Smeagol is the younger, naive character he was before he became corrupted by the ring. And Gollum's been suppressing that like a kind of an abusive parent, really. He's the survivor, and he's kind of knuckled him down.
They will cheat you, hurt you, lie. Master's my friend. You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you.
As far as the design goes, we referenced a lot of facial from Andy Serkis. We took a lot of his facial characteristics, the way he moves, the way his mouth moves, just his personality, and tried to put it into Gollum.
So when Andy's doing expressions, and we have the same expressions being done by Gollum, they look like two kind of really weird twins.
You're a liar and a thief. No. Murderer.
You can see, there's certain things that show up in the Gollum design that we really try to keep. The squareness of Andy's lips, and Andy's very complimentary in saying that it looks like his dad.
Bay's studied my face for 2.5 years, poor soul. So Bay, well done. And but he's come up with a whole range of emotional templates for the animators to use.
Where would you be without me? Well, I saved us. It was me. We survived because of me.
And what you actually will finally see on screen is going to be a lot of Andy Serkis.
And action!
We would shoot the scenes with Sean, Elijah and Andy. We would then paint Andy out, so we had an empty background where he used to be. We would then have Andy basically replicate the scene, play the scene a second time, but this time in a very carefully controlled motion capture stage. And he'd basically be re-adding his performance with the motion capture suit on.
I wear a motion capture suit which has reflective dots carefully positioned at all the joints, which are picked up by 25 cameras going all the way around the studio, and the Gollum puppet moves in real time to my movements.
And then his movements and his facial expressions, his performance, become essentially a computer puppet that the animators are able to use as a guide to animate Gollum in the most realistic way possible. And then obviously Andy Serkis will provide the Gollum's voice later.
It's a tour de force balance of Randy Cook and the entire digital team and Peter Jackson's vision, and of an actor who is willing to give himself body, mind, and soul to the part.
I think when you see the movie, Gollum's performance is totally on par with Sir Ian McKellen or Vigo or Elijah, totally on par with that. He's holding his own in very esteemed company in our movie. And it really is because we based it totally on Andy, and then we had incredibly skillful animators who were able to then take everything that Andy did and manipulate it into what we ultimately see as this computer-generated character.